that is we tell people you write for yourself, but you edit for your reader, right? So you can be completely self-indulgent as you write and completely free, but then come back and think of who's my reader. And it's a simple question. Why are they going to care? Right? Or are they going to care? And so like I can't, God knows I've done this. I've written stories that I thought were just complete genius and then came back to them and realized no one's going to care but me. This is just a story about how clever I am and no one cares.
Yeah.
Like what people care about in memoir, what we always tell people is no one's going to read your memoir to learn about you. They're going to read your memoir to learn about themselves. And the only way they learn about themselves is by you being honest and authentic and real and raw and uncovering and telling the true story of your life, because that's a mirror back on them that they can then learn about themselves. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. You need to have lessons in there, not just stories about what happened to you.
No, actually, we tell people in memoir, the last thing you should do is put a lesson in. No, seriously, because then it turns the energy out away from yourself and about the reader, right? And also, like, if you're looking for a lesson, you're not stopping and thinking about, you're not stopping and feeling your life. You're thinking constantly, right? So it's so funny. The memoir algorithm is the easiest thing there is. What happened? Like, if you want to write a memoir, there's only two questions. What happened? How did you feel about it? Then what happened? How did you feel about that? And then what happened? And how did you feel about that? Now you can insert, if you learned a lesson, cool, you can put that in. And if you thought something, cool, you can put that in. But those are additions only where they are appropriate. But if you want to write a great memoir, the instructions are as simple as what happened and how did you feel? That's it. That's all you're actually writing. Think about all the great memoirs. The iconic Western memoir to me in the entire Western canon is probably The Diary of Anne Frank. And like a 14-year-old Jewish girl living in an attic in Amsterdam wrote the greatest memoir of all time. And all she did was talk about what happened and how she felt and nothing else. But she did it in such a pure, honest way. She wasn't trying to be anything. She wasn't showing off. She wasn't pretending. It was the only place. The reason it's so great is because it was the place she felt she could be her honest self. And any memoir that gets even close to that tends to do really, really well.
Yeah.